Kristen with Nerdette's NewsStand, and every week I kind of try to prop up the best book of the week. Wow. I was really impressed by Batman Superman Annual #1. Now, Batman Superman has been good. It's definitely not my favorite book, but it's worth reading. This is the best of the best. I loved everything about it. It's silly and it's fun. It doesn't take itself too seriously, and I think that's why I love it. Also, how do I say this in the right manner? I'm a girl. This is very much aimed towards being cutesy and funny and something that a girl would like more. It's very, oh lordy, aimed at kids? I'm trying to say this in the right way without making myself sound like an idiot, which is hard to do, but I loved this book. It was so good. Everything about it was honestly good. It's by Joshua Williamson, and I'll show the credits page here in a second because there's a couple different artists on this, but Joshua Williamson has been killing it over and over, whether it's his Flash run or he did Speed Metal, which was fantastic. Everything by him I really, really enjoy. So basically what we're going to start off with is two kids, right? Two kids playing with their toys, and they are not getting along when it comes to their toys. Now, this is not in continuity or anything, right? It's just kind of a fun story. So we have Bat-mite and Mxyzptlk, or Mxyzptlk, however you say it, telling them they need to get along a little bit better, right? They need to play with their toys and be nice to each other. Kind of like a sibling thing, right? But we've got these imps. Kind of, they're like, oh, sorry, we were just, arguing about who would win, Superman or Batman. And that's really how this story goes. Because we have Mxyzptlk saying that it would, of course it would be Superman. And we have Bat-mite, who I love. I loved him in Multiverse End too. He was evil, and it's kind of hard to take him seriously as evil, but it's still fun. Saying, of course, it would be Batman that wins, and that's where this fight ensues, because they're trying to break these guys up, and they're going, excuse me, no, you're so wrong. Excuse me, you're so wrong. And that's where it begins. So here's the credits page. Let's look at the artist. We have Gleb Melnikov. Oh my god. Why? Why? There's the credits. So, we are going to get the battle of, Superman and Batman through Mxyzptlk and through Bat-mite. And it's freaking adorable. So the first one is going to be Superman. Whatever happened to the man who destroyed everything, right? And this is Bat-mite telling this story. I gotta be clear about that, because this is, eventually a Batman victory, and this is how he is saying he thinks that Batman would win. But basically what happens is another Superman shows up in the timeline, and everything kind of starts going awry, right? There's two Superman that are too close to each other, and everything is eroding because of it. Not just everything, but everyone. And we see all of the Bat family basically get Thanos. They get turned into dust. As it's so sad. Like, this is such a Spider-Man, Iron Man little scene here that was just like, not Endgame, Infinity Wars. But Batman runs over to Damian as Damian dies. Fucking horrible. Which pisses him off, right? It makes him mad enough to crack him in the jaw and really go at him, and he starts bleeding. Superman doesn't bleed. That's because he has a kryptonite ring on. It's his, backup plan. Then we see the rest of the Justice League disappear, and that's it. Batman's had enough. He thinks that if he takes out Superman, that'll correct the problem. There will only be one Superman in this timeline, and nothing will be, messed up. Nothing will have gone awry. So Bat-mite tells us all the ways that Batman could kill Superman. We've got Red Sun weapons. We have the Mecha Bat armor. We also have magic, of course, and the Doomsday Formula. And basically, the best of the best, which is a whole tank made out of kryptonite. Yeah, I think that would do the job. I would say so. But even so, he tells him to stop. And what ends up happening? He's saying, Bat-mite saying, he could have all these things. But at the end of the day, his contingency plan, and we've got a little poof here with him showing up. Of course, it's going to mess up. Every single time I use Mxyzptlk to screen record, it does this. It messes up. But it's fine any other time. So, anyways. Okay. So he's basically got his best of best, worst of worst, what do you want to say, contingency plan. And that is to black out the sun. Make it a red sun, right? Therefore, Superman's powers are gone. But in the meantime, he's saying that if it came down to it, Batman would want Superman dead so bad, he would be willing to, have them both inevitably fall to their death. Batman wins. That is Bat-mite's way. So that really pisses Mxyzptlk off. Freaking adorable. Like the cute old man. I love it so much. Anyways, so he's mad, right? And he's like, no. Well, you know what the red sun would do to the entire world? He's like, I don't care. He won. I don't care. He won. So now we're going to get Mxyzptlk's version of how Batman would die. Oh, yeah. He's dead. Like, boom. Done. He's dead. No. Totally not fair. Bat-mite's like, hold on. No, this isn't going to work. Like, I love the dialogue between these two. It's so fucking cute. I don't know if it's because they're little guys, they're little imps, so they're cute. Because if they were a grown-ass man talking like this, it wouldn't be near as cute, right? But I fucking love the dialogue. So he's like, no, fine. If it's gotta be creative, if it's gotta be more, he's like, and I love like the breaking of the source wall. You just want them to fill, 11 pages. He's like, fine, I'll get creative. We've got Batman driving along here, and Superman opens up the top, and he's like, oh, kryptonite, oh, it burns. Like, even since it is Mxyzptlk telling the story, right? Even the dialogue is hit for Superman is in his, manner or demeanor. He's like, oh, kryptonite, it burns. Ooh, like, it's just funny to me. So we have Batman run home. He's like, well, I'm faster than you. And he beats him there, right? So he's like, then this is where it starts to kind of break that fourth wall as far as Batman and Superman go. Superman's like, you're done. He's like, Clark, slow down for a minute. Why are we fighting? None of this is quite making sense. So not only are we getting it from Mxyzptlk and Bat-mite, we are getting these characters realize that they're being used by these imps, right? So it's kind of like breaking source walls all over. He's like, because you turned the sun red, right? From the last story. He's like, what are you talking about? Nothing is quite making sense to them, but they're figuring it out. So he's like, well, that's not fair. And Mxyzptlk's right here, his little hand, turning the page. He's like, scene change. It doesn't make sense that he would be on his home turf. He says, Bat-mite says, well, he'll just use anti-Boy Scout protocol, right? So he's like, no, he can't do that. He's like, well, then I'll change the scene. He's like, anti-Boy Scout protocol. He's like, no, you don't. You have one here, too, like at the Fortress of Solitude. Oh, so freaking good. I know I'm going through this quick, but it's definitely worth a read. This was a really good book. It's the best book since Catwoman, which was a few weeks back. But even so, he has this anti-Boy Scout here, and he's like, well, two can play at that game, Bat Baby. That fucking face is so funny. Oh my god. So he's like, stay away from our son. And the sculptures start moving and, getting Batman. He's like, the globe of Krypton. Wait. And then he's like, did I turn the sun red? Like, they're starting to come to the realization that they're being used somehow. And he's like, I don't remember why we started fighting. Didn't we start off in the Batcave? What's going on? And he's like, you're cheating, Batman. As he shows up, you know what I do to cheaters? And he's like, fuck. I fucking love it. And he goes right back up to the red sun from the last story, right? Oh my god, it's so funny. I don't know why I find it so funny, but this page, this art, I know it's silly and I know it's goofy, but this is so good. Like, it's beautiful, beautiful art. But Superman wins, right? At the end of the day, Superman wins, and he's like, you cheated, used my ideas with the sun. He's like, it doesn't matter, Superman won. Superman won. And we have the kids over here like, this all got super weird. Because it all started off them trying to make them get along while they're playing with the toys, right? So he's like, what do you know? What do you know? It's not even fun anymore. I love it. He's like, nobody wins. Now, mind you, they're action figures, right? Nobody won. Superman's right. Nobody wins because they wouldn't fight, right? And he's like, he's telling his fucking toy. He's yelling at his toy to shut up. Like, because it's Batman, right? So we see, why did that start at the bottom? Regardless, he's like, Mxyzptlk, stop. He's like, Superman's not that invulnerable. So he starts kind of beating each other with them, and Batman loses his arms, and they're like, no, we'd never fight, we'd find another way. So they're realizing it, they're coming to, right? They realize why they were fighting, they realize who did it to them, who made them, action figures and whatnot. And then we get these guys, that's just silly. We fought before plenty of times, and then they said they would just. And what we find out here is that the entire time, this story is being told from, well, here, where you at? From actually Batman's little action figures of Mxyzptlk and Bat-mite. I thought this. They it basically says, makes you wonder what lengths they'd go through to feel part of the story. Aw, and then we got Ace and stuff here. I love it. And we got Crypto. I love this story. Like, it's so, it's so wholesome. It's so sweet. Anybody can read it and enjoy it. I mean, me in my 30s, I love it. A kid could read this and thought it was just as cute as I do. It works for, obviously, females, seeing the cuteness of the imps and the kids and the action figures. But it's not just that. The dialogue's good. The writing's good. The way they break the fourth wall is good. The way they include Batman and Superman into the story, but also include them as action figures. Like, the whole mix was so delicately done, but so perfectly done. And okay, that's an ad. I really enjoyed every single bit of this book. It was the best of the week, without a doubt. Probably 2 weeks. Really, really good. Joshua Williamson is fantastic. He's fantastic with people, at least that I know. So I would definitely suggest this. Definitely my suggestion of the week. Like, I can't say anything else good about it. There really isn't a whole lot of even bad to say, because it involved me. It brought me in. There's certain comics that simply bring you have to sit down a couple times to read them, right? And that's how I was with Harley and Birds of Prey this week. I was like, fuck, is it over yet? Yeah, no. This, I wanted to finish it. I didn't move away. I finished it one time. I finished it very quickly. I wanted to know what was going to happen next. Like, everything about this book is good. So let me know, of course, what you guys think, what your favorite books of the week were. Who do you think would win? There we go. Let's get a conversation started. Who would win in your opinion, and why? Batman or Superman? And why is it Batman? I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye. Hey guys, I want to give a huge shout out to my Patreon and subscribe stars. You guys literally make this channel possible. Huge thank you to Cage the Mick, Robert Mick Twiz, Black Knight Fool, Brucey, Chris Z, David L, David Rafford, Jeffrey Allen Carnes, Mighty Balls, Mike Buckner, Maizen Barbosa, Ruskart, Ryan Decker, Robert Hoffman, and Doc Holliday. You guys are absolutely amazing, and thank you so much for all your support. Don't forget on the way out to like as always if you enjoy the content, and hit subscribe. And I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.